Hey everyone, Chris here. Thank you so much for clicking onto my channel, Sabbatical Story. Have you ever thought about taking a sabbatical? You know, it goes by some other names too, like a mid-career break, or a gap year, or just an extended vacation. But regardless of what you call it, just imagine taking 6 months or a year off from work. What could you do with all that time? Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, take it from me, taking a sabbatical is an amazing experience. I'm on my sabbatical right now, and I'm going to take you along on my sabbatical story, and along the way, I'm going to teach you how to take a sabbatical of your own. But before we even get to talking about how to take a sabbatical, or even what a sabbatical should be or is to you, we need to talk about why. So here are my top 5 reasons why you need to take a sabbatical. You know, the first reason I'd like to give, it's about following your passions. You know, in the chaos of daily life, we tend to take the things that we love, our passions, things that we're good at, we put them on a shelf to make way for the busy schedule of daily life. Taking a sabbatical allows you to take those things that you love and that you're good at and put energy and time into them. Energy and time that you can't do on a 1 or 2 week vacation. Whenever you put that much time and effort into something that you're really passionate about, you know, you can turn it into a business, or at least a side income. Perfect example of this is mountain biking. You know, my wife and I, we love mountain biking. When we were working, we would run some trails maybe 2-3 times a month. Now we're on sabbatical, and look, we're in a beautiful place. We're in DuPont State Forest in North Carolina in the Smoky Mountains. It's gorgeous out here, and we're riding bikes. And we do this 2 or 3 times a week now. And we have a channel that we've dedicated to mountain biking. We call it MTB for me. There's a link right here and in the description below. You can check out my mountain biking channel. And we created this because we have the time to put into it, and we're monetizing it. We're turning it into a side business. What I'm going to help you do is to do the same thing with your passion, no matter what that passion is. It could change the course of your life, just like it has mine, and for my wife. All right, on to the next reason why. I know. Work-life balance. It sounds so cliche. It's a very overused term, but I think by the time we're done with this reason why you should take a sabbatical, you'll see that I think it's the most profound reason why. So I actually have some notes here because I really want to make sure I get this section right. I watched a TED Talk recently by Scott Woods was the person that put it on, and the TED Talk is titled How Mandatory Sabbaticals Will Transform Your Company and Your Life. So during this TED Talk, he mentions a book that he read, and I have not read this book. The author is Bronnie Ware. The book is titled The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. So essentially what Bronnie's done for this book is she has documented the expressions of people that are close to death at the end of their life, about the regrets that they had for their life. There were 2 regrets that came up over and over and over again. It became a consistent theme amongst the many, many people that she had cared for during her career leading up to the creation of her book. The number 1 regret, I'm going to read this to you word for word as it was said in the TED Talk, again by Scott Woods. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. So let me repeat that again and think about what this means. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life that others expected of me. And I can't pretend to understand what those words meant by the people who spoke them, or words like them. But it sounds like to me they didn't pursue their dreams. They didn't fulfill the wishes that they had. Looking back, they wish they had. Now, there's nothing wrong with serving others in the spirit of that. But at some point, you have to take time for yourself. I think that's what that means. And I think we can all interpret it our own way. The number 2 regret, much more simple. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. So these are the breadwinners of the previous generation. These are the people that, looking back on their life, working weekends, long hours, skipping vacations, ultimately not chasing their dreams. When I saw this, my wife and I were sitting in front of the TV watching this TED Talk. That was it. That was when we made our decision. I don't want to look back on my life and say, what if we had done that? We wanted to look back on our life and say, remember when we did that, and have a smile on our face and have no regrets. I didn't want that for me. I didn't want it for my wife. I don't want it for you. That is a profound reason to take a sabbatical, and to do it early enough in your life so that you can reflect from it, gain perspective from it, and move forward in a way that's in line with your own personal values and own personal goals. The problem is that working hard, skipping vacations is a theme in our American culture. It's what we do. Talk to any of your coworkers. I can look at myself in the mirror and say, I've skipped vacations. I've worked weekends, I've worked nights, and I did it for way too many years until I finally decided to take a sabbatical. So, all right, on to the next reason why. The next reason why to take a sabbatical is rediscovery. I'd like to explain that by asking a question. If I walked up to you on a street corner, having never met you before, and asked, who are you? That requires a little bit of thought, a little bit of introspection to answer. Now, not long ago, I would have answered that by saying something along the lines of, my name is Chris, I'm a superstar sales rep at an awesome company, and I love mountain biking. But that's not who I am, that's what I do. So taking a sabbatical allows for some time for introspection to discover within yourself what's really meaningful, what's truly important in your life. And that self-rediscovery can help paint the picture of the direction your life takes moving on into the future. When you consider the first reason why, which was to follow your passions, and then the third reason why, the one we just came from, is to rediscover yourself, you get a sense of the things in your life that are in alignment to those core values and the things that you love to do. So when we take a sabbatical, we have time to really get into those things and to start making decisions about what's around us in our life that's in line with our core values. When we don't take a sabbatical, what tends to happen is we start to fall in line with propaganda and advertisements that kind of lead us astray to acquire things that aren't really a part of our core being, and that can lead us astray. We have a lot of videos coming out right exactly into this topic that's going to help you unlearn and undo some of those things that have led you astray up to this point and really create the life of your dreams. All right, for the fifth and final reason why you should take a sabbatical is because you need the time to do the first four. So you can't do those first four things in a week or in a few days. It could take months, it could take a year, it could take 2 years. It really depends on you, it really depends on a lot of factors, but taking that much time allows you to really get into those first four things, and it'll change your life. So now that we understand the 5 big reasons why you should take a sabbatical and why I want to show you how to take one, you only need to do 4 easy things to get started. First, subscribe to this channel. Second, there's a little bell right next to the subscription button. If you click that, you'll be notified every time I upload a new piece of content, and you'll be the first to see it. Third, share this video with your family and friends. They need to take a sabbatical too. And finally, the 4th thing, visit my page over at patreon.com/sabbatical store. There's a link right here and in the description below. Going there gives you access to exclusive content, tutorials, and how-tos about everything you need to know about how to take a sabbatical, even breaking the mental barriers that you think are there and actually aren't, that make you think that you can't do this. You can. Patreon.com/sabbatical story is actually a part of my sabbatical story. It's helping me turn my passion about how to take sabbaticals into a business. And I'm going to show you how to do the same thing with your passions. So until next time, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you on sabbatical.